Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the 1804 Show, Chapter 2. I'm your host, Dollar Will, and this is another episode that we got right here. How everybody doing tonight? Yeah, sorry I'm late. Things happen. So, again, I just wanted to thank everybody for the support. It's really not
Yeah,
easy. Yo, what up, dog?
what's going on, man? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you?
Hey, man, just living the life that God designed for me, you know.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Again, thank you for coming on the show.
Hey, man, I appreciate you for having me, bro.
Man, no problem, man. I just was inspired by your spoken word, man, and I really wanted to get to know you and know your inspiration behind it and all that stuff, man, because a lot of stuff that you were saying really resonated with me because like in society and stuff, people don't really grasp the mental health of a black man. So I wanted
Right.
to just ask you like what made you go out on a whim and post that.
I've actually been writing poetry probably since I was like 13. So, like, I don't know, like, it was just kind of something for me that it kind of brought a little bit of peace. Because, like you said, as men, as black men, you don't really get a chance to really vent or talk or anything, you know. So that was kind of always just like my way of you know, kind of getting out things that I needed to get out, or just anything that I was feeling in the moment. I kind of was to put out, and I literally just started to record myself and start putting stuff out and different things like that. So it's definitely different, you know. It's I be seeing that I'm not alone, so it kind of be cool.
Oh, no doubt, man, because I respect anybody who can master the fear of the camera, man. A lot of people afraid of being on camera, and for me, I still kind of get nervous because it's pretty much just like the anticipation of it,
Right.
because I really never have anything written down or anything like that. I just go with the flow, and it's just amazing knowing that you wanted to put your work out there because a lot of people are afraid to show that vulnerability.
It's definitely hard to be that vulnerable and not like kind of and wonder if you're gonna get like people looking at you, laughing at you, different things like that. But like I've never really been camera shy. It's just more like just putting out how I feel. Cause like I said, we laugh, we joke. I put all my stuff like I kind of just hide how I feel a lot, or I laugh all day and I joke all day just to kind of like not want to talk about it. But I do have my vulnerable moments, and poetry always has been like my thing. And like I said, I've been in front of crowds and big crowds, small crowds, and I was raised in the church, so that says a lot when you got to go up at 5 years old and do a speech in front of the whole church, in front of, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Right, right.
you know what I'm saying? So when you get older, you kind of just, I don't know, you kind of lean on that. Like, this not my first time really doing this, you know?
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And how far at you planning to take it? Like you're trying to develop a brand, or just you just doing it right now on the side right now?
Um, I'm just kind of going with the flow, you know, just seeing how far it takes me. Like I said, when I put it out there, it's really just to, you know, just kind of get the traction going. I mean, I just want y'all to hear me. Like, I got
Hmm.
a rapper at one point, it really didn't work out for me. And, like rapping just wasn't always for me like rap, but I prefer not to. Poetry is always just kind of my lane. Like I said, I was 13, and
Hmm.
I always write. Like, I always have like little things I want to say or things I want people to understand. And sometimes when I write it, I might send it to like my friends or something, like people that's close to me, and they get like they just look at me like, wait, like I feel this way too. How long you been like this? And I'm like, bro, it's just something I always put out there, you know. Like I always had, like it's like I can show you my notes. Like I got stuff from like when I first got this iPhone to like notebooks and different things like that, computers. Like it was just something. I don't know. I just like I said, I'm taking it as far as it can go. I mean, the goal is to at least let have people hear me. That's really all it is. And if something come behind that, that's great too.
Yeah, and that's really dope, man. Because I always try to tell people that it's really important that we express ourselves. Everything don't have to be um like a battle cry or anything like that, but it's like you know taking whatever you're going through and then you translate it and then you able to put it on wax and then just see the people's reaction. And were a lot of people surprised about your video, or they were just like, oh, we knew that what you can do, but we had no idea type thing? So what was like the
It was
feedback?
it was like a lot of people knew, like a lot of people, like I said, that's close to me, like 18 letters, Rockstar Perk, like them people that I'm like closest to as far as the music and outside of music, like or just my poetry. Like I always send them stuff, or they always see me write, or like that didn't surprise them. It was kind of more shocking that like people that I don't talk to every day, or people that I see at like parties or just out and about, or I went to school with, like they all kind of was like they were like more shocked, like I didn't know that you did that, and I was like, it's kind of like I just started back actually writing and getting comfortable with putting my words out, and actually, like I said, I just started doing it on TikTok, and it just started getting more traction, like from people like I've never met a day in my life, and they liking it, my videos getting up to like 3,000 views and 500, 800 something likes, and I'm like, bro, I didn't know people would still like poetry. Like I know this is kind of like the drill era right now, so like I'm not like that. I'm more of just a chill person. Like I actually like to dive into my feelings and actually figure out, because the way I look at it is like I want people to just kind of embrace it a little bit. Like we don't always got to be hard. You know what I'm saying? We don't always got to
Yeah,
be tough and stuff. Like sometimes it's cool to have the moments to be vulnerable and just say how you feel. Like I'm not scared to say how I feel, like good or bad. Sometimes you just need that outlet.
absolutely. And I'm very proud of you for that, man, because it's just so many people want to talk and want to vent, but then they like, well, if I do this, then people will take what they know or take what I put out and use it against me later. So I admire you for that because that takes a lot of courage.
It definitely was. It was scary. I felt like it was more scary putting it on Facebook than it was like Instagram or TikTok. Like TikTok, I don't have to get on that app anymore. With it, like me putting on Facebook, that's more local. That's more like everybody seeing me. That like from my hometown and stuff. So it was kind of different. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I get it. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Whew,
But
yeah, because, I tell people this all the time. Like, before I started this platform, I really barely said anything. I talk my stuff on the book or social media and everything, but as a person, I'm more of a watcher. I just reserve.
hmm
It all depends on what kind of person you is, and because I ain't gonna lie, I like to read people, so I won't be put in particular situations. But I just always kind of been that type of person where I was just always in the shadows. But now I just wanted to come out because I had a lot of stuff happen to me. So I felt like my testimonies or my experiences could help somebody else because I really want to, try to do um, very much activism and just spread that awareness
Mm.
of so many people just, especially, I would say like in our age bracket, man, suicide rate is very high
Mm-hmm.
right now. And I went through my depression and stuff for years, and it almost had took me out. But luckily, man, I was able to get out that dark place and find an outlet. And I just encourage any and everybody to just find an outlet, find something that you love to do, or just start something that you've been wanting to do. So you will keep your mind at a level paced. And that's what
Yeah.
it's really is about at the end of the day. Um, just really conquering like what you've been running from. And we as black folks, man, we go through a lot of trauma. We go through a lot of pain, anguish, and all that, but we don't know how to really take that pain and to channel it into, um, I would say, positive things,
Right.
productive things. So we just have to just, come to um, common ground with certain things and really figuring out who we are and why we was born and why we exist. And I think we would be all right, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think things gonna be all right, man. Like I said, everybody just gotta find their niche, what make them happy, And there's a lot of things that people we suppressing a lot to not let us see that happiness. So, really, no matter what really come our way, we just gotta find a way to stand out. And you just gotta do it. What makes you happy, man. That's how I look at it all the time. Um, I really think that like what you said, black people go through a lot. You hold in a lot. You don't want to talk about it. Silent. Everybody fight a lot of silent battles. So you got to be able to. I don't know. You just got to be able to push and keep going and find, like I said, find what makes you happy. So that way you can stand out a little bit more and have you poke your chest out.
Right, right. And also, man, give us like a brief description about yourself, man, to everybody who don't know you. It's just
I mean, my real name is TJ. Well, everybody call me TJ, but
mhm.
um, outspoken tourist. I really only did that because, like, as a tourist, like we very cool, we very calm, but we do hold a lot in. So, I'm like I said, me being a tourist, I'm just like I'd rather just be outspoken because I remember one time I had said something about heartbroken but outspoken, and like I said, I'm very outspoken about like how I feel, if something make me feel anyway. I'd rather just kind of talk about it instead of just holding it in and just being mad. 28. Um, yeah, man. Not too. I don't really live a too crazy life, so I don't know what else to tell everybody.
Man, it's all good, bro. So it's funny. It's funny that you said that because I'm a Capricorn, man, and um, we get treated bad, and we get. I don't know. We got this bad stigma on us, man. But we are sweethearts, man. We are like one of the most loyal people that you can have. But it's just since we have a good heart, man. People be trying to play us. People be trying to like insult our intelligence and stuff like that. Because if anything, um, I can never hate anybody. I love everybody, but it's a lot of people out here that don't love themselves, and if they
Hmm.
don't love themselves, they're not gonna love you. So it just really be hard because we don't like to be quitters, man. And I just like try to just come um to acceptance about who I am because no matter what you do to me, you can't really change who I am as a person. But I can change how I deal with you. And it's really be tough, man. And also, I wanted to ask you, like, um, what are your thoughts about just how things been happening, just with relationships and just overall stuff, man? Because we really don't get a chance to like really express how our thoughts about relationships these days, because everybody's just going with the toxicity stuff like that. So, do you
Uh,
consider yourself old fashioned?
I'm more of a I'm learning just to go with the flow with people at this rate in my life. Like I'm gonna be 30, just got my own crib, I kind of just stay out the way, and I just want like I want to be in a relationship, but it's very hard for me to trust people at the same time. And then with me kind of just finally getting my own place, my own peace, being by myself and just learning myself, I'm really into taking things slow, and I'm really just into doing my own thing. Not saying I don't want somebody to do that with, but not really with the toxic games or the domestic violence, pulling up on
Hmm.
things like that. Like I'm not really into those type of games. Like I'm the type of person, if you ask me something, I'm not gonna lie. So and like I said, I'm grown, so I don't have to lie to anybody. So I think we get caught up in that though. We get caught up in the what the industry and what famous people do, and they saying, "Oh, it's so cute to be toxic," and it's really not. Like everybody have their moments, but where they like trying to figure something out, but like it's levels, and being toxic can always lead to something else. It is not always a good thing. But like I said, I'm so I think relationships are just kind of what you make of it.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. And I'm 34, about to be 35, and it's funny because I don't have any children. So a lot of people think that's a red flag and think I'm a horrible person because I don't have children. But I just felt like whenever it was my time, it was my time. And I just don't see families anymore. You
Hmm.
really don't see um, people really courting or getting married anymore. You just see just all these broken families around. And I'm not judging anybody. Like what you do is what you do, but it just when we was coming up in the 90s and stuff like that, um, like it was there, but it wasn't like a rapid paced like it is now. And I just always said that whenever I have a family, I want all my kids to live in the same house. I want to have all my kids with the same woman. I just always said that.
Right.
And nowadays, it's just, people playing with that stepdaddy role and playing with, um, oh, I having all these baby mamas and this and that. But it's just like, how can you expect peace when you're not trying to move peacefully?
Right. I mean,
And
I look at it like being a stepdaddy ain't for everybody, and everybody had kids when they're ready. It's not
yeah,
really a thing that you have to have kids, because a lot of people that's having kids, they had them when we was 18, 19, 20, and can't take care of them, or they not happy. A lot of people that live with their baby mama or their baby daddy, they not happy, and it's not the family they envision. A lot of people they say they want this, that, and the third, but you're not building towards, okay, let's be in a relationship first. A lot of these relationships are accidents, and people just living with each other unhappy. So that's why I say, when time comes for me, I mean, I don't want to just be a baby daddy. I kind of want the whole 9 yards, the family, the this, that, everything. I want it to be planned. You know, and I think a lot of people don't plan that. They just had a baby and then just say, okay, well, I just got a baby now. I kind of just want the family role. I mean, it's cool. I mean, if you have kids and you take care of them and different things like that, but you have to, like, mentally, you have to be prepared, because I don't have any kids either. I just got two guy kids, but they act like they're mine. So,
me too, man. Me
yeah.
too.
So
Yeah.
I look at it like you got to be ready. You got to be mentally prepared for that. You can't just jump off a whim and say, let's just have a baby. You got to know this person, because this person could be trifling. You know what I'm saying? So and this other
Yeah,
person could, not mentally be ready for a kid, and now you stuck with a psych ward, a psych patient. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta take into account all of that.
I agree with you, man, and and also I'm just really happy that I can take the time out to, you know, when you're by yourself, it just the best thing for you to do is just to figure out who you are and just really learn about yourself because we forever growing every day. We forever evolving, and that's the gift of being a man is that we forever growing, we forever learning, we forever like expanding.
Hmm.
And I just think it's just really important that you choose your partner wisely
Hmm.
because your partner either gonna grow, make you grow, or she gonna make you dissolve. And I'm not for the games, man. I'm not for it. And
I've definitely been in relationships where it was I wasn't growing with this person. I was just kind of just existing with that person, and I don't want to just exist. I kind of want to grow. I want to move around. I want to be happy. And it's not cool just to be there. Like I said, I want to. The relationship I was in, it just kind of it felt one sided at one point. Like I'm being faithful. I'm chilling. Like I'm making sure things are straight. I'm doing. I'm going the extra mile to make sure that things happen. And it's like either you're not taking it serious or it's like you being secretive and you moving funny. Or when it came to me, it's like I don't get the same level of respect that I'm giving you. So then, like I said, I was just having a conversation with my homeboy. Like you looked at a female could do 10 wrongs, and then they look at your one wrong that you did after 2 years, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, you did me like this, and I can't be with you no more, and you broke me." And I said, "How did I break you? And you've been breaking me for so long. So I never want to be in like a relationship like that. I need it to be 50-50. I need it. Got to be it. Respect goes a long way, and communication goes a long way in a relationship, and I stand on that forever."
yeah, and then also, man, like the type of abuse that really doesn't be like glorified is the abuse that doesn't require any wounds, outside wounds, like um because I was having this conversation with my homegirl and I was just telling her because, her dude would put her down every day and his insults would live in her head and then she was began to um be depressed, unhappy, and this and that. And I was like, shoot, that's still abuse. Even though
Mm,
he ain't like choking you or kicking you or slapping you across your face, like that's more effective than it is when you get punched in the face. Because at least when you get punched in the face, you expect it. But
mm,
that verbal and emotional, psychological abuse, like that kills people too.
mm,
Because once your spirit is gone, man, it's a wrap, man, and it's really hard because people just are chameleons. People are very deceitful, man, and they pretend like they're happy, but then like action speaks louder than words, and it just really be hard when you just trying to just hang in there. You trying to just pull it through. You're trying to fight. You try to show this person like, look, I'm trying to stay here and I'm trying to work with you, but hey, I got wants and needs too. And I just want you to understand that like life too short, people dying. I don't want to have my last day on earth here being miserable.
mm,
Cause I went through that too, man, like a few years ago, man. And that's not a pretty thing, you know what I'm saying? And me being so like big and physically and stuff like that, and height and stature and shit like that. Like this chick, man, she was breaking me down, man, and she was only like 5'5" and 130 pounds, but like she was really like breaking me down because I didn't really want to just give up on her because a lot of people gave up on her. A lot of people washed their hands off with her, and I was just wanted to make sure that I wasn't giving up on her. But then I had to walk away when it got too real. It got too serious to the point where my happiness was being tested. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I was killing myself trying to heal this person. And a person who don't want to heal isn't going to heal.
All right.
So my bad, man. I didn't mean to go on a tangent, but
No, I was listening. I was just listening, man. Go on, get it off your chest.
yeah, man. But I just feel like we just need to start having these type of conversations. I feel like it's amongst men, because we can be very shallow, we can be very macho, egotistical, but then also just we don't really try to help each other like on a personal level like that. It's like you have those who just um, you know will not try to feel like they weak when they tell like they got played or they got hurt or they got manipulated or they got bamboozled. But it's all right, it happens to the best of us. Like I feel like nothing's a loss, it's a lesson.
I've been there. I keep saying like I've been in situations, I've been in relationships, I've been in many things where like I just I lost a lot, I gained a lot, then lost it
Hmm.
again, gained it again, and it was like that it just be that heartache. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, men silently cry. We don't always have to just bust up and and cry out loud or drop tears. Sometimes it's a silent cry. It's an internal thing where you hold on to it and it's in your chest and you don't speak about it. You just kind of go on about the day. You got to get up and you got to pretend like it's not there. Because as men, that's what we're taught. Get up, don't cry, stop crying. You acting gay. You acting like a girl. Like, and it's like, bro, you gotta like at this in this age at that all boys need to understand that it's cool to cry, but you can't. Don't overly cry. It's cool to, feel it, but you got to accept it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to toughen up, walk through it. Like I said, at the end of the day, you got to go to work. At the end of the day, you gotta get up and make something happen for yourself. Because ain't nobody else gonna give it to you at a certain point. Your parents gonna stop giving it to you. So at some point in your life, you gotta accept those things that you can't change. And I had to learn that with all my relationships. I had to accept that certain people wasn't gonna change. I had to accept that in certain ways I'm not gonna change. I had to accept that, maybe we shouldn't be together right now. Maybe we need to be separate. Maybe we need to separate. Maybe I'm just bad at communication when I get mad. Maybe I drink too much. And then sometimes I think maybe no, it's not about my drinking. It's about my communication or how you speaking to me or different things, bro. It's so many places you can go as far as relationships and what makes a person a person. And sometimes we walk into situations thinking that we can fix a damaged person, and maybe they have to fix it within themselves because sometimes you want that person to be better, but they gotta want it for themselves. So
No doubt, man. And that's why I like always ask about upbringing. Like whenever I meet a girl or meet a female or whatever, I always ask about her upbringing, how she was raised. Did she have a father, or was her home life was about? And then also, I'm like, okay, well, let me meet your mom. Let me meet your parents or whatever. Like, because that would pretty much eliminate all the red flags. Because really, um, we all get our stuff from how we was raised. You know,
mm,
and nobody really ever asked me how I was raised. They just make assumptions. They just assume that I know how to do everything, that I know everything, and I don't. A lot of
right,
stuff I was really taught just by like venturing off and just wandering in the wilderness for a while. But I learned, and that's why I really appreciate things a lot more, because I lost a lot. I know lost. I suffered a lot with losing people. So I really appreciate people, man, these days, bro. Like just anybody who's stick and stay down for me during
mm,
like the tough times, and that's why like I always reciprocate. everything that people give me. But it's just everybody won't understand until it happens to them, and it's unfortunate. But I just think when it comes to second chances, um, make the best out of them because everybody don't get second chances, man. So it's just one of those things that we just have to like cherish
You're
and
right.
just try to just learn from. But yeah, also, man, are you planning on doing like any open mics or just you
Uh,
just gonna be on here?
I recently just found out about one down, I think, Southfield. I think it's in Southfield. It was some a girl that seen my poem. She had told me about one towards the Detroit area, and I know it's something like towards that area. I do want to get more involved in those though. Like I think, like I'm not like I said, crowds don't really phase me. It's just more like I guess just doing it and just getting up and going and doing it. But like it's like the time in my work schedule. I really would want to throw an open mic kind of event. To be honest, like I would want to throw a little showcase for people that do poetry or different things like that, or people that do R&B. I have to get with some people because my mom throws events and stuff like that, and I would want to do something like a small, like I said, a small gathering, rent out a venue, have like drinks and different things like that, an open bar, and it's it's all about money though. Money talks when it comes to these venues and these events. So
Hell yeah.
you definitely need the pesos to do that. So uh, I don't know, man. I would have that. Dang, that gives me an idea. I would have to really look into it though.
Yeah, I think you should do it, bro. Like, cause you have a message, and you have a story, and we really need more stuff like that. Cause they just think that we all just play football, basketball, and rap. Like that's the three avenues and stuff like that.
Ball,
But
basketball, rap, any type, any.
yeah.
And it's like, nah, bro, it gets deeper, Like I said, my stepdad actually got me into poetry. So it was kind of like a lot of things that he would do, the way he would write, some of the things like he would say. And he was real old school. So he was with all the theatrics and the, ooh, you should do this and do that. I'd be like, hell no, I ain't doing none of that. Like, that's too much. I'm like, especially for my generation, like, we ain't doing none of that shit. And I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm really laid back when it comes to my poetry. It's like, I'm not selling you shit. Don't buy this motherfucker. Like, don't buy it.
Hmm.
If you feel like it ain't that, don't. But for the people that fuck with it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That fuck with it, they fuck with it. The people that don't, they don't, Like I said, I can see, like, at my first time I uploaded something, I seen, like, some of my friends, like, some people I was around, like, they tried to crack jokes about it and shit. But, like, I'm like, bro, I mean, this is what I do, You don't gotta like it. Like I said, I'm not trying to sell you shit. Don't buy this motherfucker for real. Like,
And people do, man, and I hate when people do that. Like everything is not a joke. Like take it for what it is. But this is me. This is my lane. Find
because I've
yours. Like,
always been different. I tell people that all the time. I'm always been different. I've never tried to be. Oh, my early stages of growing up, I tried to be hood and do all this other stuff. That was just because I didn't know who I was. But it's like I realized my lane. I realized who I am. I realized I'm preppy. I like to just chill. I like to listen to R&B. I don't like to listen to 80,000 rap songs in a day. Sometimes I like to chill with a female and get off a bottle and catch a vibe, watch a movie, chill with the homies. Like I said, I dress different. I stand out everywhere I go because people look at me that way. They say, you don't act like everybody else. Like, I've literally had people say, a lot of people ain't coming around here in Sperry's and polos or turtlenecks and blazers. Like, you coming around here, fresh haircut, and everybody around here in Nike Techs and Jordans. And I'm just like, okay, I fuck with the hood. Like, I mean, I fuck with you. I fuck these my people. So, like,
hmm
I'm here I'm dressing how I dress just because that's how comfortable.
yeah. And again, I respect that, man. Like, um, I don't think that we ever like had a discussion before your video, but it was just like, yeah, I gotta get him on here. Like I was just like, yeah, I gotta meet him, man. But I appreciate you for like, really checking out my platform, man, and really just watching like whatever episodes that you could, because that really means a lot to me. That just lets me know like you just never know who's watching you, who's peeping you out and stuff, because it just really gets hard sometimes when you're trying to like move in a positive direction, because negativity, gets more clout, gets more views, gets more everything. So that really, gave me just the encouragement that I needed, because it's really hard when you like by yourself, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, I want you to check out, if you never heard of them, The Last Poets.
The
You
the
ever?
last poets?
Yeah, The Last Poets.
Nah, I never heard of them.
Oh my man, I'm gonna send you some stuff, man. They was
Yeah,
hard.
I'll check them out. Yeah, I never really listened to other poets for real. Like I probably listen to, like I said, my stepdad, and probably like when Wale do his poetry, Big Crit, like
Hmm.
Kanye, like different people that had that was different. Like that was kind of like what I listened to. And I remember, I can't remember these. This is old school group. It was like something brothers. They was like three dudes. I can't think of their name, but they was called. Uh, Common was real good, and it was a few people. Like that's why I say like I just listen to like the outsiders, man, like stuff like that. But yeah, send me that. I'm definitely gonna check them out.
Oh yeah, man, I got you, bro. They was just really revolutionary in that field, and like a lot of the stuff that talked about, because they was more like late '60s, early '70s. A lot of that stuff still resonates today. So I'm gonna have to I'm gonna send you that as soon as we wrap up. But yeah, man. Is there anything else you want to talk about, like as far as like your future, your plans and stuff like that?
Hey man, all I can say is man, just keep watching, man. Like I said, I'm just working on some stuff. I'm constantly writing, constantly moving. It's constantly things that I want to talk about and put out. So I'm not gonna flood the streets, but I'm definitely gonna peek my head in and out every chance I get.
Okay, bro, man. And again, I just wanted to let you know I appreciate you for coming tonight. And anytime you want to come back home, man, give us an update, give us a nice review or whatever, or what you doing. Just let me know, man. We locked in.
You're definitely locked in, bro. I appreciate you for having me on here, man.
All right, bro, man. Thank you, man, and you take care.
All right, man. You too.
All right, peace.
Peace.